Wow, what a glorious day in Bangkok. My name's Jono from Promove Bangkok, and today I've just literally finished a gym session at GD Fitness on Soyari 1. If you like an underground gym, check out Donnie on Soyari 1 DD Fitness. Really decent place for cardio and lifting weights. But today, I'm not here to talk about weightlifting or fitness. I'm here to talk about something really important. And that's what a question that pops up from many clients when they first arrive to Thailand. And they get in contact with me and they say, Jono, am I gonna get my deposit back? I hear stories and stories about how people have been screwed over by landlords and they've had nothing to show at the end of their rental term. Well, listen up guys, there are certain ways that you can save yourself from losing out on any money at the end of your property lease. My name's Jono from Promove Bangkok, and here are 5 tips on how you can get your deposit back at the end of your property lease. Okay guys, so the first thing you must do when renting a condo in Bangkok is do an inventory list. Now, if it be yourself or whether it be the agent, make sure to take photos of the unit, of all of the furniture within. If there's any defects, if the TV doesn't work, if there's no batteries in the remote, if there are plates in the cupboards, count how many there are: glasses, plates, knives, forks. Are there bed sheets? Is there an undercover bed sheet? How many pillows are there? How many cushions are on the sofa? How many chairs to the table? You must record every single item and every scratch, every hammock that you might find in the units. Now, this basically happens if you speak to the owner about this in advance and you speak to the agency and you create a form that everybody signs. Then at the end of the lease, there is no he said, she said, lack of proof, I'm taking the money to pay for this that's been broken, or that's been broken. Everything is crystal clear. There is nowhere to hide from either side. And most of the time, if you have a good agency, and Promove Bangkok will back you up in this scenario, then you will get your deposit back if there is no damage whatsoever. Number 2 is to pay your utility bills in advance. Now, this is one that does come up because a lot of owners, they'll say, you know what, I'm not going to give you back your deposit until utility bills have been cleared. And this is a tricky one because, say for example, it's at the beginning of the month, the last bill's just been paid, but obviously we pay in arrearance. So you've got 1 month potentially before you'll get your deposit back because they're waiting for that electric, water bill or internet bill to come through as a final payment. There are 2 things you can do to stop this. Now, I recommend if you're not going to pay the bill up to the date by using the app, which means there and then on checkout date, you can say, I have paid up to today. Then what you can also do is get a rough summary of how much you've paid per month and offer to hold some of that from the owner. For example, on a 20,000 baht unit, let's say the electricity is 1,300 baht per month. You can say to the owner, you know what, hold on to 1,600, hold on to that, and then give me the rest of the deposit back that we've agreed to on today. And then in a month's time, you can deduct from that 1,600 and then return back to me the 300, 400, 200, whatever it might be, that's rear ends prorated from that electricity bill. Number 3 is communication. I think throughout the lease, it's always good to be in communication with your owner at all time. Yes, there's a management service that is there in case anything's broken, but if you can speak to your agent, like we like to do with all of our clients, is go into a three-way group, whether it be on WhatsApp or line with yourself, the owner, and us as the agent, and record anything that happens throughout the lease. Therefore, you have the peace of mind knowing that your agent has seen if there's any damages that have been reported, you know the owner has seen any damages that have been reported, and at the end of the lease, you know that there has been a clear blueprint, there's been clear understanding of any issues that have arisen, and they've been dealt with there and then. And they're not hidden surprises that appear at the end of the lease, because as soon as you do have those hidden surprises at the end of the lease, I can assure you that's when the owner will feel that they have the right then to take time deducting on your deposit and take time on how long it takes them to give it back. Number 4 is advance notice. Whatever you do, please do not leave it to the last minute to say you're leaving the condominium. A lot of people give me a bit of slack for this as the agent because I do sometimes go a bit early, but I always think it's better to be prepared than sorry. And I always recommend a 2-month notice period if you're coming to the end of your lease. It gives the owner enough time to gather that deposit, you know, because there are no deposit schemes out here. You know, it's not the ideal world where there is a government body that holds on to the deposit. The owner does hold on to your deposit for foreseeable future, and they can potentially spend that, you know. So what you want to do is give enough time for them to get the cash ready for you, so there are no hidden surprises later on. Hi guys, what a place to end this video. It's at the most underrated park in the whole of the Bangkok city centre. It's Jadajak Park, right next door to JJ Market, one of the biggest outdoor markets in the whole of Asia. And it's what a beautiful day as well. And it leaves us with our final point, which is basically do not take matters into your own hands. The contract is a contract for a reason, guys. I've got so many clients who say, John, I'm going to not pay that final month's rent because I'm worried the landlord's not going to give me back my deposit, or I'm not going to pay my electricity or water or internet bills because, again, I'm worried the owner will not pay me back the deposit. Listen, guys, this is a big no-no. You have then officially broken the lease. You have gone against the terms of the agreement before you've even seen it out. So imagine if you're the owner and your tenant has gone against the contract, they're the ones who have broken the rules. Then the ball is in your court about whether or not you want to give back deposit because the tenant has already broken the lease. Do not take matters into your own hands. I've seen it many, many, many times. And then the tenant says, listen, I still want that month back. And the owner says, no, you broke the lease. You broke the agreement that we made. Therefore, your deposit has been forfeited. It's not nice. It's not pleasant because it can be a lot of money. So yeah, guys, never take it into your own case. If you follow the 5 simple rules that I've just stated, then there shouldn't even get to the stage where you need to do that, okay? Like I said, communication is key, inventory is key, 2-month notice is key. Do not take matters into your own path. That is 100% key. And then everybody will actually be all right, I think. At the end of the day, a lot of owners are not trying to screw anybody over. Everybody's just looking out to be a fair deal. As at Promove Bangkok, we've always had a great relationship with tenant and owners and a great track record of getting deposits back, not because we're better than other agents, not because we do more than other agents, but because we follow simple plans that make it pretty much impossible not to get your deposit back unless you've done something wrong about it. So there we are. I'm going to leave you to it now. With this, I'm going to go for a walk in this beautiful park. I absolutely love Jadajak Park. Highly recommend it. It's open, it's quiet, they've got fitness around here, great place for barbecues, for picnic. And yeah, I'm Jono from Promove Bangkok. You've been Promoved, and that's the 5 best ways to keep your deposit when renting in Bangkok. See you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and if this unit takes your eye, feel free to give us a call on 0907276508 or visit us on www.promovebangkok.com. We look forward to seeing you in our next video, and feel free to give us a shout if this one took your eye, or if you're looking for more other units, we can personalize them to your approach. Take care.